Will it be a turning point for mining? We are joined now in the silence of the Denver Gold Forum with Bruce McLeod, President and CEO of Sabina. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah, so lots of exciting news coming from Sabina. Let's get the latest from you. Are you shovel ready?
We received a recommendation for our final license, our final significant license, which is our Type A water license. That allows us not only to when we receive it in 90 days, to go ahead with construction, but also to use water for processing. So that is the culmination of 5 years and a little over $30 million in permitting to get to this stage.
And so you have a brand new project also?
Well, a new discovery within the project is what we call a Navoic discovery. And what that is on the other end of the belt from our two primary deposits, being Umwelt and Lama. And in terms of a discovery hole, it was just under 40 meters of 11.5 grams. So, one that certainly we believe that is going to add value. And more importantly, I think what it does is shows that there may be interconnectivity but between several of these large deposits of Back River.
All right, well, let's look at the industry as a whole now, Bruce. I was at the NUSA conference in Australia this summer, and I talked to a lot of analysts who said that while public investments interest remains weak on the sector, there's been an increase in the number of private deals. So what do you think that the public is missing that insiders are getting?
Well, look, I think the public right now is probably more focused on short-term investments and short-term returns. And there's been certainly a number of speculative sectors that the retail investor has been able to do very well in. And you end up with these out-of-favor cyclical stocks that the difference that I've seen is some of the people that have been around this business for multiple cycles are actually starting to look more at the cyclicals and the mining stocks, and we're one of the few sectors that has truly been there's no nice way to say it. They're beat up in the last
right. So what do you think it's going to take for a turnaround here? Obviously, a lot of mergers and acquisitions happening. Does that help?
Well, look, is Northern Star recently announced the acquisition of the Pogo deposit from Sumitomo. They spent a little over $200 million on that. Their market capitalization in Australia went up by $1 billion. We haven't seen that with the North American developers and producers. And what it's showing is those are certainly more appreciated companies. Generally, they've been returning better returns to their shareholders, and they've been rewarded for it.
Okay, that's a good point. So do you feel that the mining sector's problems are North American focused?
I think that for the most part, it's been exacerbated from the North American mid-tiers and majors. I think there's certainly a lot of debate between the institutional investors and the companies on why we've taken the amount of write-downs that we have. Look, I think some of the institutional investors have to take some blame because they were asking for growth at the top of the market too. Not all of them, but I think it was a minority. And unfortunately, those write-downs have taken effect. And but the reality is, as a developer, and somebody who is still finding additional ounces, if we look at the industry as a whole, from the number of mid-tiers and majors, those that have true growth on their books that they can affect over the next 3 to 5 years are pretty few and far between. So I think from the explorers and the developers, those that can put assets through permitting, through feasibility, through construction, I believe those will be coveted assets by the larger companies.
Bruce McLeod, thank you so much for your thoughts today.
Thank you.
And thanks for watching. We'll have more for you on Kitco.com.